The sit-up. This is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly, and how to master the sit-up for your PST. First, we're going to talk about the bad and ugly. Have you ever done your 2 minutes of sit-ups or seen other people do it where at about a minute to a minute and a half they run out of gas? In other words, they struggle like this guy's doing, and for the next 30 seconds to a minute they're trying to acquire 1 or 2 more reps. Here are some of the bad points they do. Hands on the biceps instead of the shoulders. You must keep the hands on the shoulders the entire movement. They also put their hands on their chest instead of their shoulders. So they're trying to get as much reach as they can. Grabbing the shirt. You're not supposed to grab the shirt. That's in the instruction and it's totally illegal. So make sure you're not grabbing your shirt. Just keep your hands relaxed on your shoulders. Touching the elbows at mid-thigh. That's what you do when you're doing regular Navy sit-ups, not the Spec Ops sit-ups. Not hitting the kneecap or higher with the elbows is another error that they make. So you can't just hit mid-thigh. You must come up all the way and get the elbows to the kneecaps or higher in order to have a complete repetition. Throwing the arms at the start of the movement. A lot of guys will try to use momentum and throw their elbows into the movement. This is illegal and you'll have reps deducted from you, or they might even make you stop if they tell you twice to correct that. Your head and shoulders are not on the deck. Okay, you must have a starting point with the head on the shoulders each time. If you're sitting there and your shoulder blades are not touching the ground, they can put a foot underneath your shoulders, then those reps will not count and you're going to get corrected. Now let's talk about the good. Here's the right way to be able to do sit-ups. Always start off with your head on the deck. By having your head on the deck, you're going to disengage your upper abs and you're going to perform what I call as a micro pause. So if you can uncontract or disengage any of the muscles at any time during a movement, you're going to get more reps because you're saving a lot more energy. So micro pauses are crucial by having your head start relaxed on the deck. Again, this will help relax your upper abs. Thrust up and exhale at the start of the movement. So get your momentum going. Give a good thrust and then relax your abs on the way up. Keep your head and neck in a natural position. Always be looking up and forward. Don't be putting your chin to your chest. Your arms are always perpendicular to your upper body at all times. That will eliminate you from being able to throw your arms up and trying to use momentum. The other thing to take into account is how you actually count during these exercises. A lot of guys hit mental blocks when they're counting straight through on a set. Say they're trying to do 70 and they're going from 1 to 70. At one point they're going to hit a mental block and slow down. So if you take it in smaller bites like a 2 count, a 5 count, or a 10 count, where, for example, for every 10 reps you do 10, and then you start to count over again. Mentally it becomes a lot easier to be able to perform it that way. And it also gives you a pause point, a point to where if you need to take a physical break and take a breath, you can be able to do so. Now on these sit-ups, watch this gentleman here where he has his head flat on the deck. He thrusts up, lunges, keeps his chin off his chest, hits his elbows to his knees, and then totally relaxes and rolls back down to the start of the movement. By doing all these steps, you'll be able to maintain a full 2 minutes of the exercise and increase your numbers drastically.